All right, have you got a pen and paper?
No, we're already live.
All right, because
Late.
I'm gonna forget what I want to rant about. But cool, let's do this. Innit? What we talking about first? We talking about my rant? Are we talking about Kanye? We talking about
Well, you know,
giving
we're live
blood?
now. We are live. What's going on, people? Welcome to another random edition of CTC. This is a catch-up episode. Myself and Damon. You never know. The man might join, they might not. But we're here anyway. Do you know what? Before we hit record and before we went live, we were discussing Kanye West. Now, that is the main topic of discussion at the moment. Everyone's talking about Kanye West. Obviously, I don't really want to talk about what he said. We all know what he said, and it's stupid, it's weird, it's offensive, it's all of the above. Those things that he said. And what Damon said and I was like, I don't really want to talk about it. And Damon's response to me was, oh, what, because you might interview him one day. And my response was, I don't think I'd interview Kanye West. And you don't believe me.
That's not what you said.
I said I wouldn't interview him.
Okay, let's. I don't think you should do that.
No, right today, in 2022, going into 2023, this Kanye West, I wouldn't interview. I would interview him, and this is going to sound really bad, once I was comfortable that he was stable. And I don't think right now he is. I actually feel like whoever puts a camera on him or whoever puts a microphone in front of his face is actually exploiting somebody that is not all the way there. And I think it's not like, I don't want to be the person to defend Kanye West. I'm not. But how can we keep putting a mic and a camera in front of somebody who is clearly what his says doesn't make sense? Like, one interview compared to the next interview is contradicting both. It doesn't make sense. So how can we continue to put mics and cameras on somebody who clearly is not, like, their words don't make sense, their actions don't make sense? Why are we continuing to amplify this? So until I know I'm getting a level Kanye, I'm not going to sit down with him. What would I do that for? And again, at this point, what you say in interviews don't mean nothing, because what you said in the last interview is totally different to what you said in this interview. So what do you actually stand on? So what's the point of you chatting to anybody if you don't even know what you're talking about? That's where I stand on it. So there's no point.
Okay, that was strong, and I agree with that. That was strong. Cool. Shut down thing. No, I agree, because it's almost like everyone's using this weird moment, this weird space that he's in for their own clout. Right. It's like, he done an interview over there. Let's go watch that. He done an interview over there. Let's see what crazy comes out of his mouth this time. And yeah.
And what is like, everybody he sits down with at the moment, obviously just did the Drink Champs, which was a terrible move. But everybody has got their own agenda for why they're putting a mic on him and a camera on him. Whether it's like, I want him to say what I feel in regards to I've got that same opinion. So yeah, here's my platform. Say whatever you want to say about these people or this situation. Or it's like, I know that everyone's going to watch this, so the numbers are going to come in. So let me put a mic or a camera on him for this. Or maybe some people are just fans of him and they just want to just let him do whatever he wants to do. I think all of those reasons are not good enough reasons for him to have a camera or a microphone right now. We can all see this is not a coherent person. And I don't want to use the word crazy or mad or anything like that, because that's not fair. But it's very obvious to me that the person that we knew and loved that made College Dropout, Graduation, my dad, that's not the same person we're dealing with today. So why are we continuing to be surprised or upset when there's obviously more going on than just somebody that's got wild or outrageous views? This is deeper than that to me. And I actually feel quite sad for him in the way that he's going out, and that there's nobody. So I spoke to, we was gonna this gonna be a 10-minute podcast. I was for an hour. So I wish Femi was here, but we did Femi had Dame Dash over, and I sat down with Dame Dash to do an interview that'll come out soon. And obviously I had to ask him about Kanye, and we had a really good rapport, me and Dave. And at that point, I could just feel sadness. Like, he was just like, he's obviously not, like, he's not the Kanye that we know, and there's obviously stuff going on. And I was like, well, why is there no one around him to just check him on, like, what's going on? What's his team saying? And Dame was just like, right now, if you disagree with Kanye and you're in his team, then you're just gone. You're sacked. He hasn't got time for people to be trying to be the voice of reason or check him on anything. If you don't agree with what I'm saying and you're not going to do what I'm going to do, then you're gone. So we got to think about people that have got bills to pay, family to look after. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, like, if this is your job and you want to keep your job and it's bringing you a certain like money to look after people, there's gonna be yes people. There's gonna be people that like I could be like, wow, who's the person that was in the factory and thought, let me print this t-shirt, this White Lives Matter t-shirt. But they're being paid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they've got to do whatever they got to do. And then you think, who was the director of that fashion show that thought it was okay to? But that person's being paid. So it's like, at this point, he's just paying for people to say, yeah, you're doing bless, or yeah, let's do this, or yeah, go sit down with Nori, go sit down with Piers Morgan. Like, there's no one in your team that can say, nah, do you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. Because once they do say that, then they're sacked. And so it's just like, what do you say to that person that's got all the money in the world to have people around him to say, yeah, everything you're doing is the thing. Yeah, go true. Yes, fine. Yeah, go true. Wear that hat. Do that. Print those t-shirts. Like, he literally has people that he pays around him to say, yeah, that's bless.
Does he though?
Well, he does. Because so why is there nobody in his inner circle that is like, you know what, you probably shouldn't say that, or
I don't think he's got an inner circle like that anymore. Like, I really don't. Like, did you see the video of him eating in that food shop on his own?
Yeah, that was mad. Like some sort. It was, yeah. Even the way he was eating. Sorry, it's not going on, man. It's fine. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I don't think. Okay, so look at it like this, yeah. Like, I would say that maybe since AJ lost his last fight, yeah, he's vulnerable. We saw the outburst in the ring. He's vulnerable. He has been protected differently, yeah, like differently, because he's got a team around him. Everyone was screaming, "Oh, where was your team when you was in the ring?" Cool. They might not have been where they should have been, or they might not have regulated or activated as quick as other people would have liked, but they have activated. You can't get hold of AJ. I know people that have tried. I know people that have tried. You can't get hold of AJ.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can't.
But shall I tell you what the difference is? See what the difference is with the AJ thing? AJ's rich, obviously. Kanye's wealthy. And AJ, as rich as he is today, with a few wrong moves and turns, could lose all that money. So people do need to look after him. Like, I think people need to be around him and be like, no, don't do that. Like, he needs to be protected in that sense. Whereas when you're wealthy and whatever you do generates millions, and it's gonna, do you know what it would take for Kanye to lose his wealth? It would take an absolute madness. Like, it's almost impossible. He's so rich that he can just hire people around him to say, like, if AJ didn't have wasn't sound minded and just had yes people around him, he would have taken bare dickhead fights. He probably would have, do you know what I mean? He would have probably lost the belts ages ago. He would have done this or taken a fight. Like, you have to have the right people around you. And unfortunately, he's so wealthy that he can pay to have the wrong people around him.
So you really think he's got people around him like that?
You have to. Like, Kanye West is not picking up the phone to book flights. He's not. Kanye West is not in the factory saying, print that. Kanye West is not organizing a Balenciaga fashion. He has to have people around him. He has to.
Of course he's got people around him. I don't think he's just floating from country to country randomly on his own. But then I suppose nothing can be done. The only thing, nothing can be done. The only thing that can be done, which I don't even think is possible, is what happened to Britney Spears, where dad just clapped her pee and said, "Listen, you're done."
But even then, he's a 40 what? 40, I was Kanye West, 45-year-old man.
Well, and this is what I'm saying. So
He's not married anymore, so it's not even like the wife can control it. His mum's passed, unfortunately. Like, who is going to be that person to be like, yeah, I'm going to look after you? But no one to answer to. One person.
But then this is it. But then, so what does the world have now? We just have Kanye that every year that just becomes more flamboyant.
I'm worried, man. I just think he's gonna go outside, man. I was saying after the whole White Lives Matter thing. In fact, I got this on radio on an interview. Like, it just feels like he's gonna be one antic away from a madness. Like, whatever it is. I think you're here. I think we're here. I think we're here now.
I can see, and I'm just looking down the line. I can see us waking up one morning and hearing that news that man's been found.
Yeah, let's not put that. But touch.
I'm not. But I'm not.
Like, yeah, and you're right though. Unfortunately,
you know, it's like the amount of pain, yeah, that he must be going through. You understand? You like the amount of mental pain and torture that you're just so up, down, left, right. It's just, yeah. I hope it doesn't happen. I really hope it doesn't happen.
You know the big, sorry, because there's loads of things, and I didn't even want to go into this today. The thing that I was really like, so White Lives Matter is nuts to me, like, already. We don't even need to go into why that's just a dickhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see the George Floyd died from fentanyl thing.
Yeah.
One, like, that was scientifically proven to be a lie. That's wrong, yeah? Two, if that was really the case, let's just say that was really the case.
Yeah.
One, do you think they wouldn't have told us that? Do you think that wouldn't have been an argument for man not to go jail for, like, do you not think that would have been the first thing they said? No, he didn't die that way. He died this. Do you not think that would have come out? That's for one. And then two, even if, which we know it's not, even if that was the case, yeah, does that negate Black Lives Matter? Does that mean that shit ain't happened to somebody else that just didn't have a camera on it? Does that mean that all of these things that have happened to us, like, what is the point of you even saying that? Like, what are you trying to achieve? I don't get it. Like, someone explain it. Like, why are we putting a camera on this man? It makes no, like, I don't want to be rude. Like, there's a guy that sits outside Tesco. There's a man that used to play the comb outside Brixton. Like, he used to play the comb. I don't even remember him, Brixton Tube Station. He was sick on the comb, like, like, we don't need to put a camera on that man every day. Like, nothing else is going to happen. Like, we know what it is. It's not, I don't get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you said it. Every single thing that my man does generates somebody millions of dollars. Every single thing he does.
Not now.
Yeah. Okay, so real talk here. Imagine you get a phone call now and you're like, yo, Kanye wants to come and cut the chat.
What for? What are we gonna do? What, like, there's one of two things is gonna happen, yeah? We're gonna get into an argument, he's gonna lock off, or he's gonna say some outlandish shit, and we don't check him in the way that we're supposed to check him, and then we get dragged into the shit. Like, what's, like, there's no point. Like, what? Like, why would we do that? Like, why would we do that? So why would we, like, forget that he's Kanye West and he's made amazing music, yeah? Like, we've all seen mentally unstable people. Like, God bless them. Would you go and start filming them?
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe people do try and keep the interview in this lane, and it veers over to a madness. I don't know. I think
there's been, even especially like, I don't know if you saw the Nori, and obviously Nori did a 2.5 hour interview with him, and all the backlash came. Like Nori's is now like actively doing apologies because Nori put out this interview. I'm laughing because Nori put out the interview, he said sorry, but the interview was still up, which I think is so funny. Like, fam, if you're really that story, take it down. Like, fam, take it down, innit? But you, like, again, it's numbers, innit? So I just think like there would be no point in us. And I think, sorry, what I was trying to say is I think people have their own agenda of how they think a Kanye West interview is going to go. So people are like, okay, I can hear that he's upsetting people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview him and I'm going to make him see the error of his ways. I'm going to tell him, you can't say that and you can't do. And then when you get on the camera with him, they just let him speak. They don't even try and really check him. And I think he's just good at not listening to people. I saw him do la, 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 la. Do you see that the other day? Like, he's chatting to a man on the news going, no, la, 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 I don't want to hear you. And just carries on saying his point. So you're not going to be able to make man see reason, and you're definitely not going to make him see reason on camera. Because anytime he's got a camera or a microphone, he has an agenda and something he knows what he wants to say that is going to cause more hysteria and get more eyes on him. So let's just stop doing that. Let's just stop putting a camera on it. Not everyone needs a camera, man. Not everybody needs a microphone. I've been saying that for time. Not everyone needs to, like, it's the criticism of podcasting today. I think it's part of the reason why we're not as like on it as we should be, is because everyone's doing it. Like, and especially when you're like one of the OGs, like when not everybody needs to be on these microphones. Like, not everybody's got something to say, and not everybody's opinion means anything. So it gets frustrating when like everybody's always clamoring to like get this person because you think it's going to do. It's not everybody needs them. We don't need to hear everyone's opinion. And especially we don't need to hear somebody's opinion whose opinion changes from interview to interview. That don't make sense. The bit, like, the icons in the game do one interview. I lie. Like, Quincy Jones is going to do Rolling Stones, and we will take bits of that Rolling Stones interview for the next 5 years. Quincy said Mike did this, and Prince did. The OGs do one interview, and that interview is the one for a couple of years. When was the last time you saw a Beyonce interview? But you refer back to, do you know what I'm saying? My man wants to talk to everyone. If you're that much of a genius and like, just wait till you got something to say and then say it. But you're so ready to sit down with everybody and say nothing. Allow it, man. Allow it. That's all I want to say. What have I said wrong?
The thing is, you haven't said anything wrong. Yeah, you haven't said anything wrong. What's funny is what's the time?
5 to 10.
What's funny is half an hour ago, you said you don't want to talk about this. And
you know, it's just, every time I open the timeline, my man is there just saying something else that don't make sense. Honestly.
Okay. All right. Let's switch it up a bit. Let's big up Young Sims. Little Sims, say.
Young Sims should. Hey, big up Little Sims, man. She run the Mercury. Little Sims has got a Mercury, a Brit, and a Mobile. I love that, man. She's dope, man. And just one of them artists that has been grinding for time. And we've seen since, like, there was video of, it was a picture of her at One Extra at 11 years old, going in.
11 years old.
11 years old. Like,
how old is she now?
What's Sims? She's got to be like mid-20s, maybe. Her and Chip are like the same age, or maybe like a year between them.
So first things first, yeah. If there's any young people out there watching this, but there probably isn't.
She's 20, I think.
There probably isn't. But if there's any parents with young people out there watching this, who want to get in the game, stay consistent and stay at it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's funny when people land here, people think, you was an overnight success. And all of these people have been grinding for 10 years plus. Stay in it. If you're passionate, stay in it. Don't give up. She didn't give up, and she's reaping the benefits now. So big up her. I'm gonna call her Young Sims.
Younger Sims, Simbi.
Young Sims. Big up Little Sims.
Local to the barbershop as well. If Sims
Local.
used to get trims, if she was to ever get trimmed, she would have been at DNR's 100%.
Standard. 100%. Standard things. Standard.
100%.
Standard. 100%. Big up the barbershop as well. Man don't give the barbershop enough props. You know, DNL's like foundation. You know, like I was thinking about it the other day, and it's just like probably one of the most famous, best barbershops in the country.
Yeah. So like as a kid, I used to come out to North London and spend summers up there. It was 2 barbershops I heard was like your
Aquarius.
one, Aquarius and your one. But Aquarius, big up to Aquarius. I know I've been in there recently. It's blessed. But I heard a scary story about Aquarius once. Yeah. But I'm sure there was some. Actually, no, I won't even get into it.
What with them man there?
I don't know who it was, but I just heard like, I don't want to say. Yeah, I understand it was some scary times, but yeah, it seems very cool in there now. Was the barbershop always downstairs?
Yeah.
Is it that way now? I don't think the barbershop is downstairs now, or is it upstairs now?
I don't know.
Big up to Aquarius, man.
Yeah, big up Aquarius. I've got a rant about the barbershop. I haven't got a rant about the barbershop. I've got a rant about my customers. Some customers, not all customers, some customers. And hopefully they start listening. Maybe they watch the podcast. I don't understand why people just can't be early for stuff. Like, it's really starting to, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand.
But how late are you talking? Is it about on time, or are you talking about late? Which 3-2 says on time is late, and
brother, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Late is unacceptable.
Just even plan your day or plan your journey with the possibilities of things might go wrong.
I've definitely got that problem. 100%.
Huh?
I've definitely got that. I've got that issue. See me, yeah. Femi's joining, which is dope. So we can start talking politics. But see me, yeah. See the shortest time I've ever taken to get somewhere is how long I think it takes. No matter if it's Christmas Day, half term, 5 o'clock in the morning. If I can take 15 minutes to get, if I've taken 15 minutes to get somewhere once, that's how long I think it takes for me to get there. Which is stupid, I know. But like, like if on Christmas Day, it's like I used to live in North London. I used to think it could take me 8 minutes to drive from my house in North London in Islington to One Extra, which is in central London. Forgetting that I probably did it at like 6 o'clock in the morning at one time, or I've done it on Christmas Day before. I just think that's how long it takes. That is the time it takes. And that's why I'm always late.
Brother, like I don't know, it's just been jarring me recently. Sorry. Like I had a customer, the other day that got to the barbershop late and then was standing outside his car trying to pay for the parking on his car. Yeah. 2 things. Firstly, you can just take down the number and come into the barbershop and do it in the chair whilst you're getting a haircut. The maddest thing is that he wasn't even parked in the right bay. Yeah. So then when he's come in and I'm like, but you're not even in the right bay, because I'm kind of switching like blood. You're not even in the right bay. So then he's like, let me go and move my car. And that big man, just shut up and sit down, please. Yeah, with all due respect, please, just shut up and sit down. I don't understand. Like, but here's where it gets technical. And I don't know is this just with our culture? Ace, and hear me out. So when I try and explain to people, the more time you take is the less time I have to give you the service that you require.
Oh, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. And when I'm telling people, I'm not doing this. Like,
what are you saying? You're giving them bad haircuts because they're late.
You know what it is? Well, gone, fam. You can't even talk about this. You. Yeah. So tell me if this is okay. Yeah. And Femi, land. So you've got a half an hour slot. Within that half an hour, I'm cutting your hair and I'm doing your beard. You have come 12 minutes late. So I've said to you, I'm cutting your hair. I cannot do your beard because I don't have time. Yeah. This is exactly what I've done. The customer has got upset to the point where we're kind of getting into like a little argument. And I'm saying to man, this is your fault. If you went to Harrods, Foot Locker, any shop, and they close at a particular time, and you haven't completed your shopping by the time they close, that's your business. It's done. You got to come back tomorrow to get, like, I'm trying to explain to man, the person who's booked after you has booked that time slot for a reason. Yeah. They might have a flight to catch. They might have a plane. They might have a train to catch. They might have to go pick up their mum from the hospital. They might have to take their mum somewhere. Why should I be late for them? Because you didn't have the decency and didn't have the respect for my time to be on time. Yeah. So I've literally, imagine Ace, imagine your beard, yeah. Imagine your beard untouched for 2 months.
I remember it from when I was
But I've given you the Chris haircut, but I've just left your beard.
Okay.
So man's talking about, oh, so but the haircut's dead without the beard though. That's your business.
Him, and he's right though. You know, when you got a beard, you need it all to be patterned, isn't it? Like the beard, the hair, everything.
Everything. I know he is right that the whole thing looks dead. But am I wrong to not do his beard because I've run out of time?
Did you still charge him?
Standard, of course.
For the full trim?
Full price. Of course. Why am I not charging you?
No, I hear you. But I understand why he's pissed though. But
Ace. Ace. You have a booking from 1 till 3.
No, I get it. I understand why he's pissed, but I also understand that it's his fault. Like okay. if I turn up for a booking, an hour into the booking, it's a 2-hour booking, and I've gone all that way to Liverpool, and I'm there an hour late, and I get half the money, I'm gonna be pissed because it's like, look, I've come all this way and I've only made half the money, but it's still my fault. But I'm still gonna be pissed because I don't get what I thought I was gonna get.
But also, if you get all the way to Liverpool, and for some reason there's a power cut or there's something wrong, or your playing time goes from 2 hours to 1 hour, that's nothing to do with you. You want your P's, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
There you go.
100%.
There you go. Okay.
1 million.
All right, cool. Fun. Listen. Anyway, I'm done with these customers. Femi, wild one. I'm watching the football as well, but it's the game's done, so I don't know why you're so focused on it.
No, you know what? I just clocked what I just preached. Ronaldo just walked to the dressing room. The game's not even done.
You pissed off.
Yeah, but we're winning. Like the team, this is the best I've seen us play in time.
It was 0-0 when I was just watching it.
Bro, it's the best I've seen. I'll be real to you. It's the best I've seen Man U play against a top team in time. Since we beat Arsenal. I'm joking. Even when we beat Arsenal, we didn't play this well. It's like proper play well. But Ronaldo just walked off. Like, obviously, I'm not listening to the commentary, so it would have been interesting to see what they said about that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I agree with you, Damon, man. Bond them, man, that don't show up to their appointments and don't call you and all of that stuff, man. Them man are pagans, fam. Time wasters, fam. Time wasters. What are you sort of saying? I miss you, lot.
What's going on?
Podcast and that.
I said we started off the podcast talking, saying I don't want to talk about Kanye West, and then I started getting in on Kanye West. There's nothing else to say. Kanye
West is ill-advised, and you know what? The best thing, like that, Dame Dash said last week, he goes like, Kanye West has got bipolar. Like, why is everyone? Why he shouldn't be given a platform right now because he's going through his bipolar. And you can't.
Why is everyone so quick to put a microphone on a camera?
Yeah, man. I just feel like it's unfair. Like, not that he's a man, he's responsible for himself. I just feel like when someone's sick, we don't like, he's got mental health problems, right? And like when somebody is sick, as in like when they're unhealthy, we don't like will them out to say, oh, tell us. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just, it's weird. It's like someone being in a critical condition and like we're exploiting them.
100%.
It's horrible, man. It's ugly.
Absolutely.
We wanted to talk to you about Uncle Kwasi.
That's your people, them still.
Do you know what's sad about
ruined
that?
It ruined it for you're ruining it. You know that you're ruining it.
Shall I tell you what the sad
black people, Ace?
Shall I tell you what I feel like is the saddest thing about that whole thing is that we never got to celebrate having the first black chancellor.
I wasn't going to celebrate that. No,
I'm talking about even when he was announced, like it was, no one even cared. Like everyone was like, this dickhead. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that.
No, but Damon, like the Ace, because the politics that he stood for up until that point.
Nothing to do with us.
Yeah, and also imagine this, like my man wrote one of the sickest book here about racism in the empire. I forgot what it's called. He wrote a good book. And even in the book here, he doesn't even condemn the British Empire. Like he's one of those black people that are complicit with racism. He was out there defending Boris.
Kanye West.
Who?
What? Ace? Focus.
Is he like Kanye?
What?
Kanye is pacifying racism.
I get what you mean. Like Kanye, you know why Kanye is going in hard on this right-wing politics is because Kanye is now a billionaire, and billionaires benefit from like low taxation and stuff like that, which is what right-wing politics stands for. You know that, innit?
Yeah, but you can be right-wing and not say something as stupid as George.
He said lots of stupid stuff. But the point I'm making is the right-wing thing makes sense if you got billions that you don't want the government to tax.
So let's not go back to him.
Let's go back to Kwasi.
No, Kwasi is actually an extraordinary person. He's very smart. He's very qualified. He's all of those things, right? Kwasi got sacked because it implemented Liz Truss's economic plan, which everyone said even before she won the Conservative leadership. Before that, they said it wasn't going to work, but they still ran with her, still nonetheless, right? Because of racism, because that party is racist, yeah. Because that Asian brother, yeah.
It's Femi Oyeniran. Femi Oyeniran.
Rishi Sunak, yeah, should have won. He should have won. But this country is so racist because everything he was proposing, right, was like exactly the position that this woman's ended up back in. Imagine that. Imagine everything he said, yeah.
She jacked him. She swagger jacked him, basically.
She didn't even swagger jack him, Ace. You're missing the point. Her thing didn't work. In 30 days.
They went back to what my man's plan was. So he was like, look, I could have given you this.
No, all he was saying was that mainly his argument was that he was going to be a continuity person. He was going to carry on doing what the Tories have been doing for years, carry on doing what Boris has been doing, right? And like, you know, where appropriate, he was going to make amendments, right? But then she said, nah, I'm going to do tax cuts. I'm going to do this. And my man went and implemented that and got sacked for implementing her policy. And then on top of that, I don't get black conservatives, but I understand why there are black conservatives. And I actually feel, I've got a theory that conservative politics is more in line with black people's ethos than we give credit to conservative politics for. So like all their policies are things that black people are into, apart from they don't want black people. They talk up all this immigration all the time. But most of us were immigrants or our parents were migrants. Do you know what I mean? So you can't basically debases everything else that is good in their politics. Do you know what I mean? Or that aligns with black people in their politics. And so for me, I just feel like, you know, there's Kwasi Kwarteng or Kwasi. How do you say it really, Ace? Hello?
Uncle. I just call him Uncle.
But yeah, I genuinely feel like, you know, it wasn't his fault. He was given, like, you know, policies to implement that weren't necessarily going to work. And he doesn't represent Black British people. He doesn't represent Black people. He represents self, because right-wing politics is all about self. Like, you know, conservative politics is all about self. It's all about me and my family and how we can do better from the system. It's not about the greater community or the wider community. It's just all about him. And so when you're there defending, saying like Boris is not racist, every time they were wheeling all these Black people out to defend Boris's racism, he was front line all the time defending them, man. All the time. And so now they've shown him that, you know what? You're not one of us, boss.
Damn.
Have you seen the Conservative front bench now? No. They even got rid of that Suella Braverman.
No, she resigned.
No, they got rid of her. But
is it all white now?
No, it's all white, bro. It'll be all white on the night, which is what that party wanted anyway. They're like, what we have to, these men don't like us. It's about maintaining the status quo. It's not about, like, you know, diversity and like, whenever they've had diversity, they've used these people as body shields for their racism and for their anti-migration. Remember Suella Braverman? She was like, she'd love everyone to go back to Rwanda. But when you have an Asian person saying that, it doesn't sound as bad.
It's true.
Trust me, like they use them and they deserve what they get, because I just feel like you can't sell out your people like that. That's my take. I don't even want to be rude about Uncle's Airline. I don't want to be rude about all of that. There's all that.
Do you know what man said about his hair? Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. Man never said it. I said it, yeah.
I love man. I love that man is you. I love that day is you.
That day is me. So at first, Darren said, you can't trust anyone that does not care about their hair.
This is true.
Yeah, don't care about their hair. Whether you've got hair or not, you don't care about it. Then I clocked. He's the type, you can see the level of his hair is like a number 3, but he brushes his hair. Yeah.
A brush.
Not comb. See, when your head gets above a level 2, when it gets to a level 2, you need to comb that. He's a man that brushes it, and he's a man that brushes it with like a palm brush.
In the wrong direction, probably in the wrong direction.
There's no direction. He probably brushes it backwards and all them things there. Yeah. That man there, no, you can't trust that. Anyway, you're right for me. Bond them man there. Ace. It's coming around. We're coming into winter, and obviously we didn't get to do it last year. It's a bit premature, but we didn't get to do it last year. You know, bonfire night and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
We kind of, you know, we had a good thing going. Yeah. Uncle Ace and Uncle Damon's bonfire extravaganza, firework extravaganza. Yeah. I think we nearly set fire to the shed. We nearly set fire to the yard.
Almost broke my ass.
Now that I've got people living in the park, yeah, that's
Are they still there?
But there's an extra tent. There's another tent now. There's another tent. I've like it's mad, but I ain't had no problems with them, so let them live. But before we get to bonfire night, obviously there's Halloween, and Femi, over the last maybe month or so, Femi became middle class. Yeah, on paper, Femi became middle class. So Femi's got a little issue with his neighbours.
You got decorations up?
It's not even an issue.
Have you got decorations?
My neighbours come up to me, yeah.
Hold on. Paint the picture. Yeah. Understand that. Imagine your neighbours have come and knocked your door.
No, you're gassing. You did not come out door.
They've knocked man's door.
He saw me on road. He saw me. I was about to go in my car. And like he's safe. He's like this old man. He comes up to me, but he's active. He's always like moving around, you know, marching around. I told you, but I don't even want to tell you that bit. Maybe
let's not. Yeah, let's
not get into that bit. Let's not. But he's active, you know. He's like proper active. But anyway, so he's like, come up to me. He's like, "Do you celebrate Halloween?" I've gone, nah. He's gone, why not? It's like it's a bit of fun. I goes, well, we're Christian, you know, and like we don't really believe in stuff like that. That well, it's not a religious thing, is it? I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, he's like, well, it's just a bit of fun for the kids. I was like, well, you know, because we're Christian, we try to like, you know, sort of model Christianity to our children. And we don't really believe in like dark forces and stuff like that and celebrating dark forces. And so, you know, because of that, and I realized I'm losing this. I was like, you know what? We definitely will not be having my kids going around to get sweets. But maybe if kids come to our house, maybe I'll get some sweets. I don't know. Because I could just feel that when I was doing a deep Christian thing, thinking, let me not be a bad neighbor, innit? Because I'm new to the ends. I don't really want to, like, these men have got window cleaners, Ace, and like, man knocked on my door and says he cleans the window. Man had to drop him a change to clean my window. I was confused. I didn't even know people clean windows, bro.
You never even asked if you wanted it done. He just did it. And you had
no, he did ask, and I was like, bro, I don't understand. I didn't know. I thought windows clean themselves. But I thought the rain cleaned windows. Like I'm like,
Baby,
all of this is mad to me.
That's
like,
too funny,
bro. I've never.
I thought the windows clean themselves.
Listen, yeah. The thing about Femi, yeah, and Femi's ends. I have a window cleaner for the shop, yeah. Once every 2 weeks. The price that I pay my man is a quarter of what Femi is getting hit up for.
Wow, really?
A quarter.
So you got them big bay windows. Is that what have you got?
I have actually got bay windows.
My G, let's get the big bay windows.
Anyway, so basically, I'm gonna have sweets for Halloween now, and Damon bought them for me because Uncle said I bought 150 sweets. I said, I'll be knocking. I'll be knocking on your door then.
No, not 150 sweets, 150 pounds worth of sweets.
Oh wow! Wait, so the kids are gonna start knocking on your door this weekend?
They're gonna knock on Uncle's door, and I think they're gonna, because of that, they're gonna knock on my door too because
my team.
I'm with him, innit? Like I'm next door, innit?
What are you telling your son?
It's so adorable, so adorable. These children dressed up, lovely, cute. They're this small. And they knock on your door, and you know, and you give them some sweets. I said, well, I'll just leave some sweets outside.
Little Magnum or something.
Man will put like little Bibles in there.
Bible scriptures.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll put little Bibles, fam.
You should just buy bare planting, bro. £600.
What?
Everyone take a planting, innit? Just take a.
Wait, hold on, wait.
That's not cheap.
Not even planting chips, a whole planting that they've got a guy.
Planting, innit? Everyone, yeah, come take a planting.
I don't think it's a banana, bro. They won't know what to do with it, bro.
You just gotta work it out. You gotta work it out. Go home, tell your ask your mum. You do your
bare youths in the morning are gonna have round belly because they're gonna eat that planting raw.
Raw, bro.
Or what about Supermalt? Supermalt will line you up.
You know what?
There are Supermalts outside.
I think that's a thing, you know. Like, what could you substitute sweets for?
That kids would want.
Not even kids would want. Like right now, yeah. Femi's right. Like real talk. Can put in like a little cheesy beef patty in there.
No, Damon. What is gonna happen is they're gonna get like Jesus Christ in their life. I'm gonna print out bare scripture and I'm gonna get my kids to cut them up. And then for every sweet, the sweets are gonna be wrapped up in a scripture.
And they gotta read it. That's
okay.
It.
That's how we're
running. You don't give them sweets until they quote a Bible verse to you.
Yeah, that's how we're running it.
regime.
That's the
Alright,
spirit of the
I'm
Lord
gonna tell you,
resides here.
I'm gonna tell you something now for me.
Make
You
them do
best
this one.
make sure your window cleaner comes around the next day because they're gonna egg your house differently.
Imagine they egg my house. Oh my gosh. The egg will be on the egg itself, innit? We're just like the rain will wash it away.
Of course it will. That is the maddest thing.
Imagine
That's
egging my
thing.
window. I'm like one of the few black people on the street.
Only black person in the street.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Do your thing. So what was it like? Just briefly, because I need to go eat some dessert. What was it like having Dame Dash about?
That was lit. Imagine there. How's there like? Do I only know 4 people called Damon in life?
Gangster.
Ace, how many Damons do you know or know of?
There's 2. No, 3.
Which one? Damon Wayans or whatever his name is.
Oh, and I thought then Damon Wayans, Damon
Yeah.
the Barber, Dame Dash, and Matt Damon.
And Matt
Damon's
Damon
made
doesn't
his
really
first
count.
name.
Damon Hill.
Damon Hill.
That's the
But
one.
no one on road except Damon.
I think that's wild. And it just dawned on me when Damon was calling me to say I was late for my appointment, just to tie in all the topics. Yeah. Like when Damon was calling me to say, Femi, not even late. Where are you? You're supposed to be here 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, really? Sorry, I'm like running around with these lot. But yeah, it was a mad adventure. I'll tell you the truth. It was like crazy, like because like we met him, like I just felt like he surprised me in that he was a nice guy. Like I didn't expect him to be a nice person.
He's changed. He's mellowed.
He's mellowed, man. I mean,
he's definitely mellowed.
He had a lot of time for us because obviously we figured out a way to bring him over. Like so, like he had a lot of time for us, and like he was like had lots of great ideas based on like we were talking to him about stuff that we wanted to do. He's just a businessman. He doesn't like to brand himself as a businessman, but actually mentally, he's like a business. If you tell him an idea, he can break it down, suggest other things. He's just a great guy to be around, man. I'll be honest. Like
you know what is I think about Dame, yeah, and just like observing, obviously, like I saw what you guys are doing, man. I obviously got to sit down with him. Is he definitely loves the UK, but I think that's because we have a deeper respect for the history and who gave us stuff. Whereas in America, they don't really give a shit about that. Okay, so what, you made Rockefeller, or yeah, you're the one that helped discover Jay-Z. I don't think you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't necessarily think he gets the flowers over there that he received while he was here.
No,
I don't think that's just him. I don't think that's just him. I think sometimes them old school R&B artists come in, they love it in the UK because they're getting the love that
you know why
they
though,
don't necessarily get in the States. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've kind of felt that vibe off him. Like he can tell that we really appreciate what he did for the culture, whereas I don't think he necessarily gets that at home.
Hello?
Yo, Ace is frozen on the mad thing.
Ace is gone. Like he looks like Elsa. Elsa?
Hello.
Yeah, you're back. But yeah, I think the main thing, I think you're absolutely right, Ace. And I also think like, Ace, are you good? We can't
Ace, we can't hear you. Ace.
I'm back. Can you?
Yeah.
Did you hear anything I said?
No.
No, I heard the stuff you were saying about Dame and how we appreciate these guys more.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think the main thing is that because we don't see them as much,
yeah, that's
we
true.
don't have as much access to them. Like when Ace, like when we took Dame Dash to when he was at the Indigo 2, there was like 1,000, just under 1,500 people, 1,200 people watching my man speak. It blew my mind. There's an event and man are coming out on a Sunday night to sit there and watch someone speak. And then what was even crazier was that we did a 180 Strand event, which was me and Nikki talking to him at 180 Strand. And I promise you, Ace, there was about 300 people in this room in 1-8, people standing. At what time in the morning, Ace? 9 a.m. Mainly black.
Yes.
9 a.m. on a Monday.
Wow. That's crazy.
And then we did like a screening for him. So we did one evening, we did a screening at Soho House. We did a sort of like a pre-drinks, pre-dinner, did a screening, and then we did a Q&A after the screening. And again, that had to be moved to another location, and it was jam-packed. I was just confused by the love. And I think he was as well. He was taken aback by the love he got in the UK. Like, he's been calling Nicki like every single like day, like several times a day. But what's killed me the most, what's given me the most jokes, what gave me the most jokes about his trip was that, so Tricky goes up to him backstage and goes, oh, why did you put pause? He said, Nicki and Tricky, pause. Why did you put pause after my name? What does Tricky mean in America? I said, Tricky, bro, you're around Yardy, man, all the time. Pause is why, bro. Nicki and Tricky, like, Nicki Slim Ting and Tricky. This is what Dame said, you know. Nicki was like, Nicki, I can't call you Nicki Slim Ting. I have to call you Nicki Slime. So he started calling, because he was like, Nicki Slim Ting and Tricky. That is a big why.
That's a why for that. That's a why for that.
And so he was.
But Damon is the king of pausing though. He paused like 20 times. You might.
He was paused, bro. That's like, but that's how Pop called them lot did. Like, you're talking to them, a man's like pausing. You don't even the human pause body.
Is it human?
Yeah, you just pausing. Like, listen,
He did.
it was, and also the guy had a lot of energy. It was, to be honest, I'll be honest, maybe he comebacks to the UK and he's not as nice and he's rude, but I'll be honest, I was pleasantly taken aback by what a pleasant person he was and how much he didn't complain, how much he was up for, like, doing everything that we wanted him to do, how much he wanted to do even more in it whilst he was in the UK, and how much he's keen to come back. He's like, he's wanting to come back already. He's making plans to come back early next year.
Ace, do we have the information for our live podcast next week?
Oh shit. 1 second.
What, there's a live podcast?
Yeah, and you know by it.
Femi, you agreed that you're going to be there, you madman.
There is a live podcast at BBC Wood Lane, White City.
There you go.
So it's like BBC Wood Lane.
Next week, Thursday, 27th of October.
Can we invite people to it?
Yeah, tickets are available. Yeah.
You can buy tickets to it.
I don't know if you buy, I don't know if you got to pay or whatever, but tickets are available.
I ain't got the info, guys. So.
All right, stay tuned to Cut the Chat Instagram page.
No, but I can tell them now. I could just tell them, get there at 7 o'clock, done, boom, bam.
Yeah, but
Boom, bam.
What happens if they got to sign up or do something to get the tickets first?
No, sign up. You could get the link. You could get the link from, I'm trying to see if the link's on my phone, but it's really not. Like, you get the link on our social media pages. I'll put it into my story as soon as I get it.
All right, cool. All right, so
bio.
just stay tuned to all of our socials and the link will be up there somewhere, somehow. But yeah, that's next Thursday. I think it's 6 p.m. till 9 p.m.
Ace, can I say something? Can I say something? Ace is not feeling this already. Look at his face. Like,
Not feeling what? What was you gonna say?
Like, he doesn't even know what I'm gonna say.
I can tell you're gonna say something cheeky, guys.
No, do you know what I just preach? Yeah.
Mm.
How come you were wearing a hat all them years when you like got this like bald head like R&B swag? You're meant to be an R&B don. Didn't you clock? Who made you clock that you could do this trim?
I think like with weight loss, I grew into my head.
So
I still don't really like my head shape, if I'm honest. Look, I got corners.
So basically, you got corners.
With.
You got corners, but imagine you had like the Uncle Phil. That would be even worse. But you don't.
Well, I do have the Uncle Phil when it grows out. Like you can even see it starting to.
But yeah. Ace, the point is, yeah, you could have been doing this R&B swag for years.
100%.
But you were just 100%. Wearing any new era caps like for fun.
It's coming now. Yeah, but that was the vibes then, innit? You was wearing new era hats, bro.
I still wear them now. You see, like when I get into like after 7 days of a trim, yeah, like if it goes longer than 6 days, 7 days, I don't feel comfortable to be outside without a cap. That's why I wear caps all the time.
I used to wear the fitted size 8s.
What, the hat, the round ones?
The fitted ones,
Listen,
yeah.
I'm
fitted
going to get my
lights.
dessert. You two can reminisce about wearing caps. These
No,
no
I'm
one
just
cares.
saying, like, don't you think Ace looks fly now? Like, but
You
then
know what?
Appreciate you.
If you see, he's got like a very fitted tailored tracksuit on. He come to my house earlier, and I looked at this tracksuit that he's wearing. Ace's swag is
no, do you know what's mad? I'll be real, Ace. Yeah, it's like you lost weight, you got a new swag, like you got like the R&B look, like like the clothes are a bit tighter, the step-ins are brazy, bro.
I
You know,
appreciate you.
do you know what I realized as well? I've clocked what it is. And I'm gonna put this out there, Ace. And I don't care whether you care that I'm putting it out there. I'm putting this out there, and this deserves a round of applause. Yeah. I swear it's coming up to Ace's 1 year of his
My
kidney.
internet is failing me today.
Ace, if you can't hear us, you need to do da-da-da-da. Just
So
press that button.
what do you need? Sorry, what was that? I missed everything.
I want da-da-da-da.
Breaking glass.
I never
We
got
need the
none of
glass
that.
smashing.
You want to smash? I'm gonna give you a glass smash. Guys, we need to do pre-production, guys.
No, we don't. You do. You're the one with the equipment.
Ace is not even pressing the button. It's taking so long to do it. We lost the moment now.
Has he frozen?
There it is.
Oh,
Ace.
man. Oh, man. We should go. Ace's internet is dead.
Ace.
Who
I'm back, I'm
provides your
back.
internet?
All right, Ace. Listen,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. What I said was, yeah, we need a round of applause.
Okay.
Anyone who's listening to this podcast, whether live or in the future, needs to hit up Ace with round of applause emojis, because I swear it's 1 year, or it's coming up to 1 year of the kidney.
A few hours actually. It's my 1 year kidney anniversary, the 20th of October, and there's no round of. I didn't do anything. Naomi's the hero. Like I laid on the bed and that's it. But yeah, man.
No,
Tomorrow,
you did do something. You know what you done, Ace?
What?
And I realized, and obviously everybody has different reasons for this. You know what you done? You took the first step of acknowledging that there was a problem. Then you actually asked for help, because I clocked something. Yeah, I clocked something the other day. Yeah. So I gave blood on the weekend. And let me use this moment. I'm not taking away from your shine, but let me use this moment to big up Khabib.
Them is like, I just want to big myself up, but
No, I'm not even bigging myself up. I'm bigging up Khabib, Ash's sister. Yeah, because it was her first time giving blood last Sunday, and she absolutely smashed it. I told her, for real, I said, the needle's wham. You're going to get shanked. The needle is wham. But it's worth it for the amount of lives that you're saving with the donating of the blood. It's an amazing thing. And she just, it was nothing, and it really was nothing. So big up Khabib. But I realized, do you remember the first time we gave blood? Is Ace even still there? Is Ace frozen?
I'm here.
You remember the first time we gave blood?
Yeah, in
when
Central
we
London.
done it as a podcast.
Yeah.
I realized all the way back then, the issue was then, but you was just, and I remember, and I'm like, so it only hit me the other day. It's like, okay, like, bro, as I said, yeah, you have done something. You've done a lot. You acknowledge it, you accepted it, and then you ask for help.
And I'm about to do more. I'm about to really step up, especially after my first year. I really step up this campaigning for organ donation. About to launch a new campaign soon called We For Us UK. Me and Naomi. So yeah, as soon as that's up and running, we'll be talking about that, about getting more Black people to sign up to be organ donors. So yeah, I'm about to really start going for it. I went and did something for BBC Breakfast the other day. It ain't coming out yet, but it's about obviously the lack of Black organ donors. And for the filming, I went to a dialysis unit in Tottenham, and I got mad. I just got upset because there was what was interesting is I walked into the room, and it's 3 black men and 1 black woman, and just in this room, just looking at each other. One guy's been there for 3 years. One guy was there for maybe 3 months. And so I've started off with the guy that was there for 3 months. And I remember what I was at 3 months. It was just yeah, I'm not going to tell nobody. I'm just going to wait. Just get on with it. I'm going to get my kidney eventually. And he had the energy, that same energy I had. Then I went over to the brother that had been there for 3 years. And he was where I was in year 3. And in year 3, I was just done. I was just so fed up. Didn't have time to talk to none of the nurses. I was just pissed off. And I could see that same, just done with it energy. And I was just yeah, this can't be it. How can all of these black people be waiting for so long when white people don't have to wait nearly as much long? So yeah, we're gonna get into it deeper at some point. But yeah, it's definitely time. So We For Us UK, the hashtag, the Instagram handle will be live from next week. There'll be some content up there. And I basically just want to start a social media platform for people that were like me, that were in dialysis bed. What we do as people that are campaigning for organ donation is we just throw bare stats out there, 1 in 3 people, and the number of black donors compared to, we just throw all these numbers out there, but we don't necessarily get to see the people that you could help in them situations. So it's about trying to humanize the statistics, somebody that works in the same place as you or likes the same album you like or went to Wireless with you could be in a situation and you have no idea. So it's just about putting faces behind those statistics. So I got a load of people that have made videos for me that are waiting for kidneys, and you would never know. They probably haven't even told their friends, but they've seen what I've done and that's helped get me through this. So we're trying to make sure that those other people are not just numbers that you hear about. They're not just, only 1% of this and 3 and 5, and when you hear numbers, yeah, they're shocking, but you don't get to see the person, so you can't really relate to them. So it's just about putting a face to that number and that statistic. So we're going to launch that soon, and just want everybody to get involved. Even if you ain't got nobody in your family, just follow it, share the pages, share the posts. I'd appreciate that. But we went deep today.
I love that, man. I love that for you, Ace. I love the drip. I love the swag. I love that you're campaigning now. I just think it's beautiful. It's just growth, man.
Yeah.
When I met you, we couldn't even get you to the podcast on time. Now, we still can't get you to the podcast on time.
Well, I'm trying stuff.
Well, you're drippy, you're campaigning, you're working, you're full of joy.
I appreciate it.
You've got a fresh kidney as of tomorrow. You would have had it for 1 year.
1 year.
Thank God, man. I feel to break out into prayers, man. May the Lord continue to lift you from strength to strength, my brother.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, can we go to bed now? I got a big day tomorrow.
Go get it, baby.
Have you named it? Have you named your kidney?
No, I haven't.
Give it a name. Give it a name.
That's a good idea. We should put answers on a postcard. If you want to send me a name for the kidney.
Yeah.
What about Ace's kidney? Let's done it now.
No,
I still don't really feel like it's mine. I still feel like it's been linked to me.
Yeah, we got to get a name like Eric or Bernard.
Bernard is not the name of a kidney, bruv.
Brother, Oscar.
All right, get off the line, man.
Cedric.
Guys, we'll be back.
Beris.
No. Good night, guys. Rate, subscribe, comment.